Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. Yes, my friends, this very morning there is renewed hope, brand new renewed hope for the Snyder Cut. A fan tweeted Zack Snyder's son and this was the exchange. So, hello, I speak on behalf of everyone when we are asking desperate news of confirmations about your father's cut. It says cult, but it's cut. Every day for 2 years, we wake up hoping to have the vision of your father someday. So this is his son. So, hi Joshua, total optimism, good things are coming soon. So what does that mean? Total optimism, good things are coming soon. Could we finally be getting the Snyder Cut? Well, you know what? You should know me by now. I'm a glass half full guy rather than a glass half empty guy. So let's just say that Zack's son is hinting that soon we will get very good news about the Snyder Cut. How would this happen? How will we see this? In the theatre? Is there enough interest? I think there is through Netflix. Now Netflix have 4K on their platform. Amazon Prime have Ultra HD on their platform. So that would be a great way to see it if you've got a big TV as well. Would it be a straight to Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray, DVD situation? It could be. But if this is going to happen, and I've said this before, you know, it'd be great to call it the Snyder Cut, but actually this would just be great to call it Justice League, the real cut, or, you know, or the real Justice League. That's what I've been calling it, isn't it? I forgot. The real Justice League. So what I'm going to do for you here, when this news is announced, because I'm a positive glass half full, not half empty guy, I am going to bring you on my dceu daily video, me holding the Justice League, Joss Whedon's cut of the Justice League movie. I will break the plastic casing, then I will grab the disc and I will break it. How about that? Isn't that awesome? I've got that on Amazon Prime Digital as well, so I wouldn't be losing it totally. And I do like to see it now and again because there are elements of Zack's cut in that film, of course, and I want my collection. But yes, what I'll do, once the news that we're actually getting the Snyder Cut happens, I will break that Blu-ray. How about that? I think you would be up for that. So tell your friends, tell everyone you know who is so passionate about Zack Snyder, about the DCEU, and is desperate to see this Snyder Cut. And by the way, it's not just us DCEU fans, Zack Snyder fans, who are desperate to see the Snyder Cut now. It's the mainstream audience are very interested in it. Screen Rant, which is a mainstream film site, sometimes I like what they do, sometimes I don't, but they have been very helpful towards the fight to get Snyder's ultimate vision of Justice League released. So absolutely tell all your mates to subscribe to this channel, because once that news is released, and I'm very confident now, by the way, I will destroy the Justice League theatrical cut Blu-ray right in front of your eyes. How about that? I can't give you any better than that. So that will be my celebration. I've always wondered what kind of celebration I'd do if it happened, and I think that would be perfect. I did see someone on another channel destroy their copy of The Last Jedi, so I thought, why not? It would be good for this channel, wouldn't it? Because ultimately, the theatrical cut of the Justice League movie is a betrayal. It's not just a betrayal of Zack Snyder. And you know what? I was reading BatmanNews.com when they were talking about this situation, about these exchanges between the Zack Snyder fan and Zack's son. And they were talking about how Zack had to all of a sudden leave because of a family situation. There's no question about it. If your daughter had killed herself, you wouldn't want to work anymore, and that's very understandable. But the truth of the matter is, if that was solely the case, then you wouldn't bring another director in to totally bin your scenes and change the direction of the movie and have people doing fake, cheesy, stupid fucking grins like Batman when Superman shows up, right? Rushing out a film with terrible, upper lip CGI on Superman, the main man of this universe. It was a bad mistake, and I get it. Warner Brothers have learned their lesson, and they're trying to do the right things now. The right things should have been done from the very beginning. Now, Christopher Nolan wanted Zack Snyder, and Warner Brothers weren't confident in him. Even though Zack already had a great relationship with Warner Brothers, they shouldn't have allowed it to happen. Things should have been stopped at the very root, but they weren't. And they went on and on and on until they didn't know what direction they wanted. Then they wanted to go the Marvel direction, and they thought they didn't have to earn that. Marvel earned what they did. You can't just make one film and have everyone cracking jokes and smiling, and all of a sudden you're a successful franchise. And surely a studio like Warner Brothers should have understood that. But going back to those exchanges between Zack's son and the fan, it is very, very exciting. And I hope he doesn't mean good things are coming, optimism, good things are coming because of Zack's Netflix zombie show, which I'm very excited about. But I'm a dceu fan. I'm a Superman fan. I'm a Batman fan. I'm a fan of the Justice League. You know, I want to see this ultimate cut. Let's put this to bed. Let's have a great cut. Let's see Superman without that awful CGI. Let's see Darkseid at the end of the film, maybe on a post-credit scene. Let's see Zack Snyder's ultimate 3-hour vision. Don't cut it. Let Zack do his thing. And let him do it when he has the time. Let him take his time to put his scenes back in, to let, you know, the original composer, right, put his awesome music, the awesome music we've had from the very beginning, like Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Let's do this properly and let Zack have the time to do it. So if he can't do it straight away because he's doing this zombie thing, that's fair enough. All we want to hear is that it's happening. And if it's happening, this is a major event, because then we've got 3 things to look forward to this year. We've got the upcoming Shazam movie. We've got the Joker movie, which nobody knows what that film is, excuse me. And we've got the Snyder Cut. That'll be a very exciting year for DC fans, Zack Snyder fans, DCEU fans. It would be awesome. So, yes, there is renewed optimism. Be a glass half full person, not half empty. Take this exchange between Snyder's son and this fan as a positive. This has been a very long fight. You know, the Justice League theatrical cut was released in November 2017. So if we got to November, that would be 2 years. You know, that means we've got a very long fight on our hands. One day, this film will be released, even if it doesn't happen now. But if it was to happen this year, that will be very quick. And it will just show how effective our fight has been. You know, fans can achieve so much with social media platforms these days. Look, Warner Brothers know we want to see this film. We will pay any amount of money to see this film. This will put to bed the Snyder era. We can all move on and make our decisions if we're going to keep on following this franchise. I will. There's no question about that, with or without the Snyder Cut. But I'd rather with the Snyder Cut. We want to see this. We want to see Zack Snyder's definitive vision. Now, I understand it's pretty much the same story and the same plot thread. I get that. But Zack Snyder is a very different director to Joss Whedon. You know, we can cut out the Flash and Wonder Woman, the Flash laying on top of Wonder Woman, can't we? And silly things like that. And, you know, silly flirting. You know, we can get this film looking amazing. Well, Zack Snyder can. So, Warner Brothers, it's up to you now. Zack Snyder's son has hinted. But is it just an empty hint? Is he talking about something else? Or does he mean that very shortly the Snyder Cut will be released? Was Jason Momoa dancing all around the Warner Brothers lot, not just about him being in the June movie, but about the release of the Snyder Cut? We would all be very excited, and as soon as that information drops, if it does drop, there'll be a video from me. There'll be me breaking the theatrical release of the Justice League in 2. And I think that's something all of you would love to see. I will see you tomorrow for another DCEU Daily. Maybe I'll be here to talk about the release of the Snyder Cut. Funnier things have happened.